Greetings, gamers. This is Jared Leopold with our tidy crew of Sovereign Colwyn's Plunder Donkeys. And we are, you may notice we've been down one of our crewmates for the last couple of times. Mary is not going to be able to finish out our playtesting session. So, what we're going to do is that we are going to just kind of fast forward and just trying to get through some of these scenes as quick as we can and still finish up these guys' story if you're following along. I don't know if anyone's even watching, so it even get posted. But if you are here, awesome. Happy to have you. So let's start it off just with getting some character descriptions in my little window uh square. That's a square. I know what shapes are. We're gonna start with Aaron, up in left hand. Can you give us a description of what does Bartok look like and what's he kind of like?
Yeah, Bartok's tall, thin, humanish, bright, big, huge head of bright red hair, wears sort of domino overlapping s- straps that make up his outfit. Lots of tassels. Very, very. He's very out there, right? He has just a little bit of charm, a lot of energy, and very little uh, self-preservation. So he's sort of the first one in, the first one to take a swing, the first one to put some words on the table to get things started. But is learning quite a lot from his crewmates about seeing things differently.
Perfect. In Ruxton?
Ruxton Rainier is a Zui and kind of looks like a fox. Um, he's doing like his leather jacket, uh, trousers, and a flight shirt now. Uh, he is an academic, and a lot of the social things that are happening to him, he's never really experienced. Everything has been mostly theory to him, including the opposite sex and friendship and things like intergalactic food stamps and uh, gangsters. He doesn't really know anything about it. He's just faking it till he makes it.
Fantastic. In Nephelima.
Nephelina is an Iliod. She is so she looks kind of like a crystal, like she's like a big human crystal that is kind of like an iridescent purpley kind of color depending on the light. She tends to be pretty stoic and hard to read, but um comes from background in spy training, so when you get in like her spy zone, that's how she is. She will kind of be a chameleon to whatever she's in. But when she's outside of spy mindset, she can be a little bit more personable and carefree and in the adventure.
All right. Perfect. As we left off, let's see, the party has got 6 unity points. I've got 2 tension points started on the new pool, and there is so far 1 tension roll left over to the house. That we'll probably just skip all that stuff, considering we're going to be trying to finish up the saga here. If you have been following along, we have left off and I'm just going to knock these off one at a time, with brief backstories before we get into the scene. Last time we left our characters, we have Bartok in Ruxton. We're getting set to meet Zane, who is a representative of the House Skiro, who we're going to retcon that to Clan Skiro. They are gangsters. The rumor has it they are the gangsters that are trying to come in to muscle some other people around. This is a free city state, and they're looking to get their fair share of the money that comes in by possibly squeezing the food merchants. That being said, there was a meeting set up. Bartok in Ruxton, tell me what your plan is. Like, were you both gonna go? Was Bartok just gonna go in and then Rux was gonna hang out outside? Or how was that gonna go down? What do you
I'm
think?
pretty sure I was following Bartok's lead.
Well, that's unfortunate. Um,
There he is.
oh, hey,
Sorry about that. I had to take a 2 minute. Had to take a 1 minute call there. My sincere apologies. I
oh,
had to dock out at just the right moment. What was the nickel tour?
no, no worries, no
I'm so
worries.
sorry. So sorry.
Uh, so it was about Zane
Yep.
and meeting Zane. I think I don't remember if he has made up that place, but there's a meeting Zane later. I think we'll say at Razors, at the bar Razors.
Mhm.
Do you guys have a plan? Were you just going in first, and then Ruxton just said like, "Well, I was just going to follow Bartek's lead," and that's when we saw that you were completely disconnected.
Yeah, had to take that. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. If anyone, just to like reiterate, if anyone needs to leave for any reason, you can just go. You don't have to explain anything. That's fine. The timing of that was hilarious, though.
Okay, perfect. Uh, I don't necessarily trust that this guy's not going to drag me out back and pistol whip me. So if the two of you could maybe help me keep an eye out for things, and if things go sideways, back to back, we can punch some thugs together. That would be awesome. Yeah, I don't, Ruxin, I don't know what you got going on with them, but that's kind of where I'm sitting.
They might try to do the same thing to me, quite honestly. So it might actually make more sense for us to both go in together and have Nephelina sort of watching our back. They might not recognize her immediately.
Yeah.
And I can be ready to be charming.
And shoot, though, right? Also shoot.
And shoot. I got this great new shard shoot. I'm excited to give it a try. I bought it from what's his name? I just was looking at this.
Oh yeah,
Rudo at the Rusty Scout.
yeah, right.
You could shoot it at
Shard
somebody and
shot.
hurt them, though, right?
I could try.
Okay. Then let's go, I
I
guess.
I
mean,
haven't gotten to try it yet. How do I know? How do I know if I'm good at this
uh,
thing?
I guess we'll just find out.
Try it.
uh, okay,
Oh, I
okay.
assume my spy training involves training on shard shots.
You know, Nephelina, are you? Did you learn to like do disguises at spy school? Like if you showed up maybe not obviously as you, I mean, I'm kind of concerned we're bringing you into a situation where you might be collateral damage from Ruxin and I's other activities, and I don't want that to happen to you. Could you maybe do you have like a disguise kit and change colors of your rockness? I don't know what that looks like
That's
for
I feel
you.
like maybe we talked about this during the casino heist, and we said yes, that I am good at like myself on the DL, and though I tend to naturally attract attention, have ways to make myself less distinct.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I can give you like a skill check if someone starts sniffing around for sure about trying not to be noticed. Um,
But otherwise, I just like would and so
okay.
are we in like would this place we are as far as what is the name of the town we're in? It's like a junkyard something.
Yeah, BV scrapyard.
Scrapyard. That's the word. I was looking for. Would it be a place where it's like natural to be like wearing a mask, kind of like a
Yeah,
chin, like one of those one that like covers all the way up to your nose?
yeah, 100%.
So I'm probably wearing something like that.
Yeah, there's like people wearing gloves all the time. The scavengers
So,
trying to
so
pick
you
up.
can kind of just only see like
Yeah, yeah, it's not a problem. Okay, so you go in there. Sorry, Zane is already sitting there at Razor's, in the corner, back to the wall, of course. Very large, portly um for a Harvin. Alabaster skin. He's wearing like a black vest sort of looking thing, long greasy hair. And he's just sitting there. He's ordering drinks and is cleaning out his fingernails with a long knife. He's got several piercings and tattoos down his left side. Um, as you two enter, Zane perks up. It was like, and just waves you over.
I want
Yeah,
to look for anybody else of Clan Scarrow that I think is backing him up. Just like looking for trouble spots in the room.
Sure. Peeking around, you don't really notice anyone. If you want to give me like a sensitivity or like an investigation to see if anything is awkward, but with your expertise, and actually more to the point, more to Nephelina's expertise, trying to peek around, she's not really seeing anything.
I figure I'm sitting like I come in separate from them. I go sit somewhere separate, so I'm watching to see if anybody else seems to be watching.
Yeah. As you enter the Ruxton, we'll say the bartender, who's this kind of hippo, kind of tusk looking gentleman, kind of imposing figure behind the bar, kind of thumps on his like, "Hey, none of those gizmos in here." And he points to your squire.
Oh, uh, maybe best if you wait outside. I think that's what Luke said, right? Uh, uh, that sounds good. Orban, uh, I want you to circle around and find a back exit, and then uh, just click me in
Okay.
when you do.
Okay. Yep. You voice command him, and yep. These we've kind of decided that it's kind of metallic sphere looking thing. Um, floats away. All right. Zane sits there as you approach down. Offers you two drinks. Before you even answer, he orders you two drinks, one for each of you. He goes like, "Oh, I'm glad you both could make it. I wasn't expecting both of you. This works out easily, so we can just get this done."
are we sitting in a booth, or are we sitting at a table with chairs, or he's like booth chair? What's the?
Round table with chairs. He's in the corner.
All
Baby
right, I'm gonna turn
is in
that
the corner.
chair around so the back's in front of me. So kind of straddle it, saddle style.
You may have a heart to heart with a teenager, possibly. You don't, not
Hey,
quite sure.
that's right. I'm gonna rap with the youth.
Ruxton's gonna take his chair out and then sort of think about doing it, but change his mind and just sit on it like normal.
It's
And
just
just
like he took your move.
yeah, it's like, well, we're like, oh, that looked cool. I don't think I could do it though. I'm dismissed.
Yep, I get that. Getting that a little bit of an extra shield in case there's some gunfight happening. Um, okay. So he's like, okay. There, you may have heard that there is some some troublemakers in the area. I need you to take care of it. There's this gang that's kind of hitting up, and I know where their hideout is. If you could take them out, I'd be much obliged.
What's obliged mean here exactly?
She doesn't know I'm here. She's fine. She's fine. But I can get a message to her if you want. And for you, Ruxton, I could maybe lower your debt by one.
So you'll lower it by one, and then I'm gonna risk my life to take something out for you.
Yeah. It's all in a week's payment, isn't it?
How about I give you 6 right now, and I'll do this stupid thing for you because I'm going to help my friend, and then we call it good.
That's an interesting deal. Give me a roll of some sort to see if he takes that. Yeah, you might have me on that one.
All right. This is a
Yeah, there's no negotiation skill, so we gotta. Um,
yeah, like a charm.
I think charm or yeah, actually, charm might be the best thing to do. Actually,
Panache charm.
yeah, I think it'd be panache charm.
I would like you to use a unity point, please. Is that cool with
So
everybody?
okay,
Right?
yeah. So you spend a unity point, so now you can use the higher level of charm on there. Now, you are the attacker in this situation. I'm the defender, so you roll first.
Okay. So
So
I'll
I
get to
guess,
do 66.
yeah, for those watching at home, we've got Panache of 3, and we've got Charm here of 1, but it is spending a unity point, so we're going to use the higher amongst everyone. So 6 dice, and okay. Okay, so you have an 11. Do you want to spend any saga points to make it higher? You don't know what the number is that he's going to defend with, but he is a higher level capo within the Scarrow clan.
Yeah. I'm going to use 1 saga point to add, so I'm up to 15.
Okay. All right. And don't forget, you also get a saga point back because you rolled a 6. Or wait, no, I get a tension point. Almost forgot how the
Nope, you
system
said it.
works
I
there.
can do it.
All right.
It's
I
like, I get
got,
it.
even if I spent 2 tension points, I could only tie, so you'd still get me. Okay. You know what? Zane sits there for a little bit, and he's like, oh, you know what? If I can close the books on you, that might make me look good.
I like
Let's
it.
do it. You got the jewels on you?
Yeah. And I'll reach into my secret pocket in my jacket and put 6 jewels on the table and push them across.
Zane puts his hand out and he covers them and then he stops. He's like, no, it occurred to me that you could maybe, there's a big race coming up. You could win some money with this. You could maybe double or even triple your winnings.
My
Isn't that
parents,
Hold
my
on.
parents set all this up for me, and I would rather they be safe and I don't have to worry about them anymore. I'd rather just take care of this now.
Mm.
I'm not in it for the money.
You could really get your parents into a nicer place. Isn't that right, Bartok? If you just won, what is it? What are the odds on you right now? It's 5-1, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, but they don't know me very well. So I'll put 2 jewels on me.
Oh,
I'll
I'm
pull them
talking
out
about
and put them on the table.
Ruxton. Not
Don't
going
you
to take
worry,
that
Rex will be
action.
taken care of.
No, if I don't have to worry about owing money to your your people, then I can find a better way to make money.
All right
No
then.
offense.
All right then. We can close the book on you. And he takes those on there. Now you put two jewels out for you. And he's like, well, you and I just have a little bit more business here yet. Uh, Ruxton, could you give us a moment?
I'll look at Bartok.
We're good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'll get up.
Now,
I'll go to the bar, but I'm still watching everything.
okay. Now, Nephelina, you've had time to infiltrate. If you want to get closer, I'm going to whisper something to Bartok.
Mm.
Now, you've had an opportunity to position yourself or to set up a listening device or something. Do you wish to do so, or are you just going to leave it alone?
Especially as I see Ruxton walking away. I want to make sure we can hear this conversation.
Okay. What kind of check are you going to give me to make that happen? I'm going to tell you that it's an environment of Zane's smart enough, right? He to get to the position that he's in. So I'm going to put it at a 9. No, 11. I'm going to put it at 11.
Once? That's a good question. I feel like the most appropriate would be something like just had it. Like composure. Like I am super chill and like nobody would even notice me just being super chill and doing this. However, then I might want to use a unity point, although I think it's a matter of 0 versus so maybe not worth a unity point. I feel like to me that's the most appropriate. To just like stay super chill and like go put something in a bar without anybody.
Oh, okay. Like, so for what I was thinking is I was gonna either gonna be like rigging or athletics, which only rigging would really work that
Okay.
well. You'd get 1 out of rigging. But composure, I could be talked into that. What are you thinking?
Well, I don't have my composure either, but maybe
Yeah.
that's a better. They get to use panache for that.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. To just like go up and just like super chill, like order another drink from the bar and also place this thing where I can hear.
Yep. You're using your composure to not look like you're trying to use composure, basically, is what you're doing.
Just
I'm
acting
just
normal. Yeah.
blending in. All right. I like that.
Just acting normally ordering a drink. A normal person ordering a drink.
All right. So yeah, that's 4 dice for you.
I'm trying to remember how Discord works. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, you just put 46. Boom. Okay. What was the number I said?
and I
11?
need 11.
Mm.
You said 11, so I gotta spend 2 something. Do I
Yep.
have
If you
2
have 2
something?
saga
Yes,
points, you can get there.
I do. So I will spend my 2 saga points to keep them
Okay.
all.
All right. Hmm.
As we
Zane?
lean in, I'm gonna slide my 2 jewels over to him a little closer and say, "You know I don't bet on myself. These 2, leave Ruxton alone from here on. Don't pull him back in."
Ooh, okay. So you catch that part, Nephelina. And
Okay.
then so like Zane kind of like raises an eyebrow and he's like, all right, I'm calling in the marker. You're gonna crash and burn. I don't care how, but you don't finish that race.
Who am I taking a dive for?
It would be best if you took a crash. Now, if you'd want to, I never want to make these types of rules automatic, that you have to do it. But if you want to do a wits society check for me, and I'm going to give it a 9, and I'll give you a little bit of information. If you want to go for a 13, I'll give you 2 pieces of information.
Hmm. Late society. That's not a great role for me. That's okay. Um, I'll try this, and then I'll make him an offer if it doesn't go well.
Okay.
I got
Okay.
the 9.
Yeah, I got the 9, and I get a tension point. Right on. Uh, You have, from your understanding of how, from working within the clan Scarrow, since you were a part of it for a while, um, it suddenly clicks for you that if Clan Scarrow was behind the Sonic stuff, and he's telling you to take him out to help out with your favor, you're pretty sure he's acting on his own.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, what does that mean? If you'd gotten the
I
13,
would
I
have
could
had to
tell
roll
you.
a 13 to find out. Yeah.
All right. You hear that, Nephelina. You don't know how that's set up, but if you want to make the same check later on after you talk with Bartok, you can. Okay. Well, let's put a little asterisk right now.
Well, you see, you're playing this all wrong, Zane. Getting me to take the dive, you know I've done that before. You know that's not a big ask. The real ask is who I take out with me. Now that's what you're going to pay me for. Who you
He
ask me to take out determines how much you're going to pay me.
he takes out a sheet and he pushes it over to you like, you don't want to touch anyone else. And he kind of slides it over. And it is a receipt that means it has already been placed, a sizable amount of money, um, from a like offshore type corporation sort of thing that's Clan Scarrow is backing you for a lot of money.
You're taking out your own on this one, huh?
Well, let's just say
Interesting.
things are starting to look good for the family, and I'd like to stay on top.
Huh. Hmm.
All right, and with
Zane,
that,
you know I've always, well, Zane, you've always been a son of a bitch. But for, but for Xenia, I'll do this for you.
well, I appreciate
And
it.
I'll take my earring with the space feathers, the big gaudy earring,
Yeah,
and I'll slide that across to him. If you could pass that along to her, she'll know what it means.
you might just become family yet. He puts his hand over it, and he puts it off, and he puts it in his pocket, and he gets up to leave.
I think I'll drink all 3 drinks when they arrive.
Perfect. You guys get back together. Well, first of all, I guess, Nephelina, do you tell Bartok that you know? Bartok, do you tell the other two everything that happened or what's going on?
I wait to see what Bartok says.
Just to be clear to the two of you, if you bet on me, for me to win, we're not friends anymore. We good?
Yeah, I don't have any jewels left, so no problem.
I don't bet. I don't gamble.
All right. Let's
You
get the
guys,
hell out of here.
I'm free. I'm done. We're good.
Hmm. Yes, you
That's
can, off
exciting.
your character,
So are
you
you
can take.
buying drinks? You're playing around?
I don't. I'm free, but I don't have any money, so no.
We can't. I can't take off your status effect just yet because he did ask you to do one thing.
That's your.
So you're
Nah,
I,
that's easy.
almost
I'm
free.
sure.
Almost free.
Yeah. Nah, Ruxton. He's in his mind. He's free. He's good.
Perfect. All right. So that's the scene with Zane. Now we're gonna fast forward to just Ruxton. You remember that you have a note to meet Jinx, the woman that you saw at the. No, this is Bartok again. The woman that you saw at the curio shop. You go to meet her. She never shows up. End scene. Okay. Now,
Queen stood me up.
yeah, she should. Yeah. All right. Next scene in the order of stuff would be to uh go.
Can I
Yes.
pause for a second? We can fast forward through these things. You imagine when we have a moment, I would talk to Bartok and kind of let him know, like, hey, I was listening in, kind of know what's happening. We can fast forward this. That is just fine, but just know that I
No, I don't want to fast forward
would,
that.
and make it like bonding.
No, I don't want to fast forward through that because the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go towards the. Well, I guess we gotta take out the bad guys or take out the gang. So yes, let's do the scene with you and Bartok maybe getting ready to do that.
I don't know that I have that much to say except let. Hey, I set up a listening device so I could hear what was happening, and I know what went down between you and Zane. I have it really bad for his sister.
The one thing I can tell you about Senua, she's a survivor, no matter what the cost. And I'm also going to tell you that you know that I'm going to throw the race because her fella is the head of Clan Scaros, and if he goes down, I'd still take her back anyway.
So is the leader the person that you're supposed to take down with you?
No, he's not. The head of House Scaros is her fella, whether she likes it or not, and whether I
He's
like
not
it
in
or
the race.
he's not in the race. But if I throw it and he loses a lot of money, he might lose control of the house. And even though she's never done anything but screw me over, I'd still take her back.
Oh, I understand your motivations. Need help making sure that you stay safe in the process. Let me know. I
Thank you.
understand, but I also don't want you to get hurt trying to meet this bargain.
Thank you. I'm gonna think about that.
All right, and whoop, fast forward. Boom. Okay, there's a group of people with sonic weapons. You know where their hideout is. It's near the outskirts of town, kind of in a lone outpost tower thing. If you want to talk amongst yourselves briefly about how you want to move forward, and we'll do a little bit of scene descriptions for this one. I have to go throw a small child, and I'll be right back.
For context, that could sound very strange. For anybody watching, if he doesn't cut out, Jared tosses his child onto the bed. Part of their bedtime routine.
Should be
That's
fine.
awesome.
And just
Uh,
launch his child.
what do we think we're gonna see in this tower?
I don't know yet.
I'm sorry, what tower? Rachel is that where we're supposed to take out this gang? What?
Yes, there's a tower on the outskirts of town where you have to take out this gang.
Okay. So I set up a listening device, but didn't apparently listen very well.
No. No, that was just what literally
It was
Jared
God
just said.
that
So
came over to say
yeah,
hello at that moment.
yeah.
All right, you get towards the outskirts of town. You see this kind of two-story. kind of that adobe kind of clay building. On the top, you can see from this distance, you're a little ways away. You can see a mounted gun listed up there. Now I'm trying to do these scene, even though I'm doing fast forward, I need to remember to do this. We'll go around. Can you guys tell me how you know that this building stands out, that it's uh, a hideout rather than just a regular place of business?
There's a bunch of modified chargers that are like outside the building, not just like everyday transportation, like souped up shit that gang members use.
Mm, nice, nice.
So everyone gets to give me one.
Yeah. Right. Or is this
Sorry,
this is one?
what did Ruxton say? The dog needed to be let out. Missed what he said.
I'm sorry, what was it?
I said there's a bunch of souped up chargers outside the tower that normal people wouldn't do. The gang members would ride them.
Hmm. There's a bunch of off-duty cops and other security officers standing around outside drinking. The corrupt ones.
Hmm.
Um, I was gonna say something about security, like whether that's like some type of fence that has some type of electro something charge that is not outside your standard home or other such business.
Okay. It's around high noon or so right now. You don't see anyone up top on the roof kind of keeping an outlook or anything. But you do hear the boisterous sounds of the security guards, that there aren't very many for this city, but these here appear to be bought and paid for as they're just kind of hanging around here. The front is a roll door, probably about 12 feet wide, next to an entry, simple lock door. Yeah, there's some sun tinted windows. Otherwise, it's pretty standard, pretty nothing crazy. There's a electrified fence now though around it. What do you guys want to do?
I was thinking if I could use my grappling spike launcher to go up the side of the building, get up to that gun, and then rig it to overload and explode. And it could have a chain reaction that really fucks up the inside. At the very least, makes a big distraction.
Okay. You already have to get around those security guards at some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I love it. That's great.
Aren't we glad we made this thing harder for ourselves?
Oh yeah, you guys made it like way harder than I was just thinking like of simple descriptions that like there's like graffiti or whatever.
No, there were some guards and an electrical fence.
Oh no, they're just off-duty the corrupt off-duty cops hanging out drinking together.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're armed. They're not necessarily guards, though. You know, they're just
Yeah, okay, that's fair. They're just off
hanging out with
duty.
their friends, the criminals. Yeah, openly, I'll add, because this is basically a giant junkyard of lawlessness. Yeah. You know, I think if let's tell you what, instead of plotting the whole thing, but I love the gun explosion idea. Um, do you think we could just walk right up, act like we know what we're doing, or is that
Yeah.
not what we know of these folks?
Nephelina could certainly lead that charge.
She's got an invitation to get in, right?
She
Sure
used it.
do.
She used it already.
Oh, I did. To a party where I didn't really get any good information.
What was the invitation?
She made it
It was
into
a
that super swank
party.
restaurant.
I went to a swing
Oh,
party to learn about the race and food and
Yeah, if this was a much if we were going to play this whole saga out, there'd be a lot more about lower class versus upper class. Um, like not intentionally starting riots or revolution or anything, but that's kind of the thing we were going towards.
I did
Well,
get that from the party I got into was them being like, we don't care about the lower class. We get fed. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That was relevant.
but we could show up like we think we own the joint and then
Yeah.
cause chaos when we get there, right?
how tall is this
Yes.
building relative to the other buildings?
Mm, we're going to say most of the other buildings are 1 to 2 stories as well. This is a 2 story. Um,
Okay. Is there anything much taller nearby? Really?
wasn't really
Okay.
planning on it, but if you give me a really cool reason for there to be one, yeah.
I was going to use my glide skill to jump from the higher building down onto this one, and then we could attach a line, and the others could slide down it.
Okay.
Or that if that's too much spy shit, and we just want to walk in the front door, kick it down, and go blast, and I'm down for that too. So whatever the two of you want.
Are you supposed to take out like all of the people of this gang, or is there a leader we're going after? What is happening? What's our goal going into this tower right now? Take out everybody? Take out a specific person? Take out their
Um,
technology? Like, what are we trying to accomplish?
here's what we're trying to do is that you are trying to stop them from hitting the food trucks, right? That's the
This
overall
is the
goal.
gang hitting the food,
No,
Yes.
not how scared.
no.
Well, these guys might be
Well, my
backed.
listening device works for me.
These guys are being backed by weapons that House Skiro is getting into the market. Whether they're fully backed
Okay.
by Skiro or not is kind of iffy, unknown. But you're being asked by Zane to take these guys out. Um, now that being said, if you give me, let's assume you did the research and whatnot. This gang is led by someone named Jonah, and they go by Jonah in the
Huh,
Whalers.
that name.
Yep, it was worth it. I laughed my butt off when I came out with that. So stupid. Sonic weapons. All right. Um.
Eh,
So yeah, assumably Jonah is in there, and you gotta fight him or talk to him or something.
Do we want to? We could try to lie our way in. Say we want to undercut the price of the sonic weapons dealer they're working with, and pretend we're arms dealers. I don't know if any of us can pull that off.
I'd like to know how many people are in there because if we have to, when shit hits the fan, and it will, we're gonna have to like fight everybody. Like, can we fight like 5 guys? Can we fight 10 guys? Like, how many guys are in there?
Here's what I'll say. We'll set it up like it's in media res sort of thing. Everyone tell me one thing that you want to do in preparation for this job. So like I want to know how many people there are. And I'll be like, well, probably be like a society check because you're just asking around the streets if you have street connections, and like, hey, how many people are in this gang? Hey, I want to know about these defenses, or like I want to work on something that'll short out the gun or whatever, or the fence. And then like I will like bribe these corrupt cops to go away, stuff like that. So everyone gets to do one thing that they can do in prep for doing this before we just jump in. Because normally you guys would get like all day to do this, but we're trying to just kind of crush through it.
I mean, I would make a bomb and I would blow up the building.
Okay. Uh, Given your resources, yeah, you can make a bomb, but it's going to be a rigging check of like, and the hard part is getting your hands on the explosives is honestly the hardest part. But you can make a decent bomb if you give me like a 21.
I have no saga points left.
Do you have any bequeathments left?
No, we didn't bequeath each other anything this game.
Not before we went to this saga, getting on the train.
Oh,
It's
that's what we do. We don't do
one.
it each session. Sorry.
Yeah.
No bequeathments. I just have trinkets.
Yeah.
So no, I probably can't do that. Uh,
I didn't mean to stump you guys. If you go, like, what are some general things? Like, if you're gonna go to assault this thing, what are things that you want to know?
I want to know if Jonah has any like dice. Like, is there anything that like would get Jonah to have an audience with us, or would we would be able to like bribe Jonah with, or be able to, I don't know, use against him any like blackmail we could use against Jonah.
Okay, well, you just gave me like three things there. What's one thing that you'd want to do?
I want to ask around about Jonah
Okay,
and try to learn anything about him that I can use against him. So I guess blackmail. Blackmail is my answer. I don't want to try to blackmail
you want
Jonah.
to figure out some sort of blackmail against Jonah. Okay, give me. It's gonna be a 9, and it's gonna be society.
Mm, yeah.
Like
Would
either
that something Nash?
probably panache, because like you're
Like the
talking to
wit.
people, right?
Mm,
Okay, 5 days. Okay. Do you have a
And what
saga
did you
point?
say I needed?
9.
9. Yes, I do have a saga point.
Okay, and you so spend one and then you gain another one. Okay, what are you blackmailing? Yeah. Okay, so you want to blackmail him for the reasons for like leaving? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Oh, you just want to blackmail him for
Well, I'm
money.
trying to find like a reason to like get him to stop doing
Mm.
going to food trucks. Like I want him to stop messing
Okay,
with the shipments.
right. Okay, well
And if
he's
that,
so I
I'd like to not use blackmail, but I'd like to have something to use against him if it comes to that.
okay, gotcha. Well, so he's getting paid by someone to do this, right? So you can either blackmail him with who's paying him. You can blackmail him with like, all right, we know where you're at. We'll find cops that care. We'll find law enforcement that cares. Which honestly, um, you could just contact a law enforcement guild because that's the thing. Like bounty hunting is 100% a thing in this world, in this galaxy, right? So if you wanted to create a new contact, or try and create a new contact with a bounty hunting guild, and be like, well, I'm sure you have some money on your head. That could be a way to blackmail them. Okay. What about the other two of you, Bartok and Ruxton? What would be something that you would want before we launch into this thing?
I would want to look at the. I would want to try to get different views of the place to try to get rough out a layout of what's the shape of the rooms. Like, is is it one big room on the second floor? Is there a bunch of offices on the second floor? Where might be, is there an exit from the roof? Just kind of like case the joint to try. I'm guessing there are no blueprints for this building floating around. So,
Yeah, why not?
what,
There could be.
yeah, yeah. Ideally, I'd get some blueprints. If no blueprints, just try to get sort of a rough idea of the layout and if there's any exits that aren't the front door.
Okay. If you're just trying to get the full layout of the place, you can either do an investigation just from like camping out and looking at it, or you can do a rigging to hack into some place to get a blueprint.
Mm. Yeah, let's try the investigate. I took a point in that last time. I might as well use it.
Okay.
Um,
Probably wits investigation, I would think.
yeah. Yep.
Let's get 9. Nothing, nothing insane. Okay,
Exactly.
you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty simple layout. Let's see, the way I have it set up is the roll open doors go into a garage, and there is, let me get to the right spot. Oh, come on. There they are. Okay. All right. So the HQ is a converted solar powered kind of windmill that's 2 stories tall, found near the outskirts of the market. Uh, There is so the roll open doors with a garage that opens up into kind of a kitchen living room area. There's probably one long kind of flop house on there with stairs going up to a second floor, which is going to be like probably just another open, probably that's probably Jonah's office slash bedroom. And then you get the flat roof that's got the gun on it.
And is that you to get to the roof by a ladder on the outside or from like a window or a trapdoor on the inside?
Trapdoor from the inside.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not huge. Like you couldn't fit 20 people in there, you know.
So it's
Let's
almost
throw
more of like a garage and clubhouse than it is like a building. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 100%.
Okay.
In Ruxton.
I want to know how many people are in there. So if I need to like chat
Okay.
around and find out.
You know what I'll do? Because Bartek's already done the information looking that up, I'll just kind of give it to you. There's a handful, is what I'll say. You're looking like 4 or 5.
4 or 5.
Yep.
Okay. Including dude,
You never see Jonah,
Jonah. Okay. All right.
or at least you assume you don't see Jonah.
Okay.
So that doesn't count if there's something else you'd like to do.
Um, can I rent us or steal us or acquire like a larger vehicle? Like like a cargo van equivalent
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose. You can rent one, sure.
with the idea that uh at the very least like an escape vehicle if we need it, but something that we can like ride in and have a little bit more cover, uh and a little more cover if we have to make a quick escape too.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, you guys, I can say you brought your hauler, but then you said quick, and I was like, oh, yeah, okay. You can still bring that 'cause- without having to spend money, because that's in your fleet of vehicles if you want it. Remember, how fast you go is really up to the driver, but still bonuses. I think there's even minuses to speed on that thing. So, uh,
Yeah.
oh, it's -2 on speed. Okay, so that's
The
probably
old
not what
mule
you're
there.
looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not what you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Unfortunately, it's not gonna work.
Okay, yeah, you're looking for more like a yeah. All right. Sure. We'll say 2 trinkets. We'll rent you something kind of fast. This is the BV market after all. They love their racing. They love their mods.
Yeah. Great. I'll do it.
Okay. Spend 2 trinkets. Get yourself a, we'll call it caravel, I guess. You want a Corvette or a caravel?
Corvette is fine.
Okay. All right. You get yourself a Corvette.
Okay.
All right. Now let's see this action plan. Let's go. What are you guys doing?
Sounds like you just want to roll on up, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Which is only not even half a dozen of them in there. We'll just say, "Hey, what's up?" to the cops and act like we belong. Yeah.
Hmm?
Okay.
Yep. And what I'm saying now is that there's going to be like a donut stand, like across the street, and that's where these corrupt law enforcements for the city just kind of hang out, eating their. So that kind of explains they leave, go on patrol, come back or whatever. They always happen to be there at the wrong time though. All right, so you roll up, and yeah, you just get out, go to the gate.
Hmm.
Right, it's electrified. I guess. How do you guys get in? There would have to be. You can rig it, or you can yell for someone to come and get you.
We're trying to be legit, right?
Yeah, we belong here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have someone let us in.
Okay, so now you know if you call out the gang members, there's only 4 or 5 of them, so they're probably going to know that you're not part of the gang. Are you trying to be a part of their gang, or are you trying to be?
No, we're here. We're here to meet up with Jonah.
Yeah, we're
Oh,
talking to
oh,
Yeah, we're
okay,
here for Jonah, man. What?
oh, okay, all
What,
right,
what are you talking about? We have an appointment. We're
yeah,
expected. Yeah.
okay, all right. Um, a Cubanish pokes his head out the door. He's got an augmented left arm. And goes like, "What?" And he starts just kind of walks up to the fence, like, "What do you want? Who are you guys?"
Hey,
here to meet
Lefty.
with John. Go ahead, Barto.
Oh no,
We
you're
have
we,
your name.
what the lady said. We're here for Jonah, man. We're here to talk to Jonah. I'm just gonna
Uh,
try to charm and smile and act supernatural. Just
Can we do a unity check on this? Is that a thing? We're all trying to act natural and charm him and be like, yeah, we're totally legit.
if you want to do this as a unity check, you can, and it costs 3 unity points to do so.
One per
Ugh.
person.
Maybe not. Maybe not against the guard that came out. This is not Jonah. We don't think it's Jonah.
No.
no. This guy's a schlep. Yeah, you have what a charm of 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably maybe let you do that. I mean, I can make a panache check, but
Okay.
it's probably better for you to do it.
Okay. So I'll just be like, yeah, did he not tell you he had an appointment coming?
What? No. Who are you?
He told Jonah we were gonna be here to meet with him right now. And I don't know what to tell you. Like, he's gonna be upset if you don't let us in for
Look,
our
I
meeting.
look. I don't know who you are. I don't know anything from Jonah. He's been gone for 2 days. I don't know. And he starts to turn to go away. Are you
I'm
gonna try
sorry
and
he's
do it?
not here. Jonah's not here. Why would he have made an appointment if he wasn't even here?
Are you gonna do? You want to try and do a check then? At this point?
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't been very charming, but I mean, charm is what I was
Yeah.
imagining.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Okay. Nash charm. Just trying
Why
to
does he
seem
want
legit
you?
and like I'm just baffled that he wouldn't have that he would leave when he had a meeting.
I mean, we should probably wait here for him. He's going to be
Okay.
back any
Cool.
minute, right?
A few more.
That is a killer roll, by the way. Nice work.
Yeah. Are you gonna keep any extra
Huh?
ones? Or are you gonna stick with the 12?
I'm gonna keep one extra
Okay. So spend a saga
just to
point.
be safe. He's probably a chump who is gonna roll like 1d6, and I'm gonna feel really silly for spending a
No,
saga.
two. I get to roll 2 dice. Hey, I got a 9. Um, he's like, well, I mean, I guess. What did he like? He said he's gonna meet you here.
Yeah, he gave us the address and everything.
Told us to have some drinks and chill out and with his bros. Like, let's go in, man. We're going to be, it's cool. He'll be here.
Oh, he has one in. Oh, okay. All right. Well, look, hey, just don't try anything, okay? And he flexes his left arm, and you see that it kind of pops with gears and like tubing all around of it. And this is probably illegal augmentations. Most people can get augmentations for free in this world, to compensate for whatever reasons, but it's never to go above and beyond regular levels of physicality. So this guy is definitely juiced. Um, and he's like, okay, just don't try anything, all right? So he opens the gate, lets you guys in. You guys crushed him on the charm, so he lets you in the front door, basically, and he goes like, uh, guys, guys, this they're here to see Jonah, and you see two other people just kind of in the lounge area, um, sitting there. They're probably playing cards, let's say. Classic bored gangster activity. They kind of look up and like, oh, okay. All right, you guys are in.
Yeah. Is there anything that looks like a wet bar or a fridge or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a fridge.
I'm going to just super act natural and wander over and open it up and look for a cold one and grab one for my new friends here.
Okay, sure. Go in there. Yeah, there's like a 24 pack of, oh, it's gonna be like mules or something like that. It's gonna be a real gritty, boozy drink, in a can. Where actually it's not really a can. You just poke it and there you go. So yeah, grab one and hand it out, and they just kind of eye you wearily, like, "Hey, I mean, I guess you're giving us one, all right." Um, look, don't know when Jonah's going to be here, okay?
So I'll sit down with them and just start like chatting with them and then try to distract them away from what my two colleagues might be doing here.
Okay.
Is there a way upstairs?
Yeah, yeah. There's right by the kind of the kitchen area. There's a spiral staircase going upstairs into Jonah's office slash room. If you want to do like
If I think that,
this,
I'll say, if Bartok is distracting them, I'll try to sneak up there.
yeah, if you want to do a sneak, it's going to be a vigor athletics.
Okay.
If you want to be extra distracting, Bartok, give me a panache taunt.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Mm.
Oh, I got a saga.
And Bartok.
Let me make sure I get the right number of dice here. You said panache taunt.
Yeah, because you're just trying. Oh,
Holy crap!
okay. So
Oh,
Bartok's roll would have come first. Okay, this is
okay.
important.
At least there's some tension points now. Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay, so you set him up. Ruxton knocks him down. You you just have to keep the two that you got there as you're just like, oh yeah. So great distraction. You're gonna get bonuses to your sneak, which you had a couple of sixes in there. However, you do trigger the tension table. So please roll me a d6.
Which one of us did that?
Ruxton triggered it.
2.
Okay. That's not gonna work in this. Let's
I roll
see.
again.
Um, yes.
4.
Okay, this is what we'll do. We'll do this one. Okay. As you're starting to creep up the stairs, you feel very confident that you're getting by here without anyone in this room noticing. However, you can't shake the feeling that you're being watched by something else. You need to gain the paranoid status, and all of you lose a unity point. These guys are down to 4. However, you manage to sneak upstairs into the room, and it's exactly the way it looks from the outside. There's just a desk on one side. There's obviously Jonah's room. There's a map of like maybe some territories of the city up on the wall with like some rungs in the wall that can go up through the trapdoor in the ceiling.
Nobody's in here.
No one's in here.
I'm trying to find paranoid real quick.
Uh,
It counts as a. Go ahead.
yeah, I don't think it's. You just have to act paranoid until
Oh, there's
it,
no
it,
mechanics. Okay,
there's no
no problem.
mechanic directly tied to it. Before, it was like you had to spend saga points to do certain things, but I got rid of that and just added
All right.
on paranoid that I can trigger whenever I want to have you act paranoid.
Okay. Then I'm going to like sneak across the room and like the bed's over there.
Hmm.
Is there a bed?
Sure. Yeah.
Like where you? Yeah. And I'm gonna like punch the bed real quick to make sure nobody's hiding in the bed.
There's no one in the bed.
Okay. And then I'm gonna go up to the top.
Okay, make your way up. Nephelina, what are you doing?
It's a really good question. I would like to join in the camaraderie down in the lounge,
Mhm.
but I also am like very much keeping an eye on making sure there's not like nobody's going. Like I know we're making a distraction so they don't have a reason to go up, but also like will be the one to try to sneakily follow if somebody does try to go after Ruxton.
Okay. What I'm gonna do here is that I've set up my own table here. If a certain number of tension points are gained, then something is going to happen, right? Now, in order for you to keep them from doing stuff, they're kind of dumb, but they can count real good to 3. Okay. Like, so yes, you're going to have to make some sort of distraction stratagem. What do you want to do to keep these 3 guys distracted? Nephelina. What do you want to do to keep these three guys
I am
distracted?
going to challenge them to a card game.
Okay.
As you said, they're playing cards. I'm gonna be like, oh, do you know Crazy Eights?
Is this a popular game or not a popular game?
I don't. In my culture, it's very popular.
Okay. So it's reasonable for something that these guys might know then, yeah.
I'm gonna try to.
Maybe. I mean, the odds really know. Like we get really competitive, and we like bet money on our Crazy Eights.
Oh, okay. Bartok, what are you doing?
I'm gonna try to taunt them into seeing this as her challenging their manhoods. So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, like
Um,
I can't even believe you guys don't know, and man, it's gonna be embarrassing when she just kicks your asses. I don't even know if you got a shot at this. Like, just try to like goad them into really like focusing in on this game.
okay. What you assume is the smartest one of the three. The other two are like, hey, come on, Phineas, you got it, you got it. Play it, play it. Phineas is like he's got like augmentation on this side of his face and like up over the right shoulder. He's like, okay. He's got a very effeminate voice. He's like, all right, I'll play. He sits down across from you. Give me a. Uh, well, I'll tell you what. We'll stop there. Ruxton, you managed to scramble up the steps to the roof. It is locked, however. Not a very fancy lock, but it is locked. Speaker,
Can I pick the lock with a rigging check?
absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, wits rigging.
So many freaking.
Take him. Okay. But yeah, it's an easy lock. You don't even need to keep anything. You'd easily ping it from your days of academia and from sneaking out of your dormitories at night. You're pretty deft at picking locks of this magnitude. You pick it and you manage to get on the roof. You do see the gun up there, and there's no one else up here besides you. There's like some sandbags on the roof, and that's it.
Great. I'm gonna try to open up the system and work on an overload situation.
9, 13, 17. Okay. Depending on what you want to do, it's either going to be a 17 or a 21. Um, if you want it just to jam, you can do that for a 13. If you want it to explode, you can do for a 17. If you want it to really blow up and do something crazy, 21. What is it that you're trying to do here?
Crash like CrowdStrike.
Oh, too
The
soon.
whole system.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Too soon.
You
Too
could have
soon.
it open up on their cars,
I was thought about that. It'd be pretty sweet.
or you could just open
Um,
up on their cars. That would take care of the. Oh, by the way, do we know? Do they use these cars in the heists that they do?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we didn't check into that, did we?
but in theory, I could shoot all the chargers that are down there, right?
If you give it enough time, yeah. Think about that because it took a round to
Okay.
pick the lock and go onto the roof. All right, so you sit down for a game of, was it Crazy Eights? Was that right? Okay. In this particular game, it's a regular set of cards, which I believe is like 68 cards, probably five or six, probably six suits. Um, and every eighth card that you draw is crazy. And so you can make it do whatever, right? Um, how are you going to play this? Are you just going to try and outplay the person by using your wits? Are you just going to try and bluff the person using panache? Or do you want to um, sleight of hand the deck by using vigor?
I just want to bluff. Like, just keep them playing. Like, there's nothing to this game. There is literally like no reason that this should be a game that we use for this kind of thing. I'm just trying to keep them distracted.
Okay.
And
Well, if you don't care about like you winning or losing the game, maybe you can just do like a charm to get them talking if that's all you're trying to do.
or yeah, that's probably it more than anything. Like it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a bluffing game. It is not a smarts game. It's really just like a time filler. Like but
Okay. So what we'll
we
do,
like to use it very competitively. It's like Uno, where it like destroys friendships, families. Like, but it's so simple.
okay. So what we'll do, give me a charm check against this guy. He's only got 2d6, as we've established so far. Give me a charm check to keep him talking, to keep him occupied. Now, as he's playing, he's easily to captivate. You got the other two watching on. As one of them's watching on, the other one stands up, who greeted you at the gates, and starts to go towards the kitchen. So give me the rule to keep the player occupied and the person watching them.
Slash charm.
Okay.
So many sixes.
Mhm. Okay, you have them captivated with your stories. Now, call it even or odd.
I'm calling it or I'm rolling.
No, you call it. I'm rolling it.
Even.
Even?
Into this, there was one time we still like it still gets joked about at D&D where Eric said odds or evens, and he was intending that I would roll and tell him if it was evens or odds, and I went evens. And it's been a standing joke ever since. This is why.
Well, I rolled odds. So you lost that game. And so the guys are feeling pretty good about it. Like, okay, we're playing money for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pay up your trinket.
Okay. I have a
Do you,
dagger I gave up.
do you have a trinket to spend?
I had a
Yeah.
cool dagger.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Bartok, that guy's going to the kitchen. What are you doing? Doing anything?
Did he seem to have be out of beer? Do I know why he was anything he said? Like he just got up and walked in there?
Yeah, he's probably trying to get another drink.
Yeah.
But the
Have we caught
stairs
their
are
names
right
yet?
next to it. What's that?
Have we caught their names yet?
Well, Phineas is playing, and the other two guys, you don't know their names.
It's the guy with the arm, right? Who's going in there?
Yep.
Hey, Lefty, throw me a beer.
Okay, you're just trying to. Okay.
Yeah, just trying to buddy with him, and yeah, try to
Okay.
keep him engaged.
Okay. So far, he doesn't have any reason to hate you guys. Not really. It's like, except for drinking all his beer. But he's like, all right. Okay, flash to upstairs. What are you trying to do with this gun?
I want to be able to. I'm going to point it at their chargers, and then I'm going to rig it to fire, and then. But I want to be able to like auto fire essentially, right? Like somehow jury rig it so that it's just gonna boom, 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 like keep shooting, and eventually gonna destroy one or two of them. But I'm not gonna stay there. I want to be able to just. It's just gonna keep going off and wasting its energy doing that over and over and over.
Okay. So how I would look at that is that really the hardest part is not the like holding down the trigger, but just getting it stationary to point in that direction. That's not going to be hard to do, right? To do both in such a short amount of time, though, I'm going to say it's going to be a 13. So it's going to take some skill to do.
Sure.
Um,
Still a rigging check though.
yeah, still a rigging check. I don't see, yeah, wits and rigging make the most sense to me, or vigor, I guess, whichever's going to be.
I'll use wit,
Okay. Okay.
and I'll spend a saga point to make it a 14.
Okay. And you get 3 saga points. Finally, you're back in the good stuff.
No, no shit.
Okay. Did you want that to start firing? Well, yeah, I guess for what I said, it would start firing immediately. Yeah.
Sure, we'll do that.
Okay. You're in the middle of a game. You're talking with the first guy that came out there in the kitchen about getting a beer, and all of a sudden, everyone hears a massive explosion from right outside the front door. As, actually, not immediately, just the first hit, kind of, you hear a "Pew!" as the armor from one of the um, chargers manages to deflect it, but it popped off the probably the casing for where the engine was at. And then it wasn't until the second shot buries into it that causes an explosion. Now, it is going to rock the front part of the building a little bit with that exploding. And then there may possibly be other explosions from the other chargers next to it. You guys kind of knew that this was going to happen. So I will give you 1 round of surprise, more or less, to take actions, whatever you want to do. In Ruxton, I'll start with you on top of the building. Since you knew this was happening, I assume you were starting to go back down, or were you climbing down the outside with your grappling hook?
I'm gonna pull out my blaster, and I'm gonna train it right at the trap door. So as soon as it pops open, when I see a head, I'm gonna shoot it.
Okay, sounds good. And your squire immediately pops over your right shoulder.
Okay.
Okay, Bartok, Nephelina.
How do we determine which one of us goes first?
In a case like
Or do we
this,
just both tell you and then things happen?
yeah, if you guys need to work it off of each other, that's absolutely fine right now. It doesn't matter.
Um, my goal is to get one or two of them to run outside and then get the other one to head over to the ladder where I can beat them to death peacefully upstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to
Uh,
split them up.
so what are you doing to try and get them to split up?
They don't. I'm guessing these guys are. They don't seem terribly bright, and they don't seem like they're great leaders. So, Lefty seems like the real threat. I'm gonna yell, "Holy shit, Lefty! What's going on outside?" And then turn to Phineas and say, "Let's you and me go check out what's going on." Oh wait, I guess we don't know that it's the gun, do we? No, I'll just say to Phineas,
No,
"Let's
yeah,
go
you
check out the
wouldn't.
gun upstairs."
Well, no, you guys kind of knew, right? Because you
I
guys
mean,
talked
we knew
about
he
the
was headed
gun.
up to the gun. That's what's going to blow shit up. Um, Phineas, let's you and me go upstairs and check out what's going on up there, up top.
Okay, you're trying to get Phineas to go upstairs. Nephelina, what are you doing?
I will run with the other two guys outside and be like, see what's happening.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with this. This works just fine. All right. So Phineas is like, he's a follower. Absolutely. He's like, okay. And he starts running up to the stairs to try and get to the gun, right? Because he knows they have a gun on the roof for a reason, right? They want to get to it. And you guys burst to the outside. Okay. Now we're gonna roll for initiatives. Okay. My guys have initiative 6. All right. So if you guys want to do initiative, you can either do it with athletics, vigor athletics, or you can use prescience.
Figure athletics.
Is it still fear or is it mysticism then if we do prescient?
Mysticism.
That's what
I have a
I shall
10.
use.
Remember,
Do
you
we
just
get
keep
saga points off of the initial rolls?
Damn it.
I'm saying yes right now, but we might get rid of that. I don't know. What do you guys feel is fair? Because I mean, if
Depends
you
if
guys
you
get
get the
saga points,
sixes
it
or
means
not.
what's that?
Depends if you get the sixes or not for your table.
Well, right. I hate making rules act different at any given time, so they should probably just go out. So,
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm.
all right. So get
There's
your
another one for
attention.
you.
Yeah, I'll get my attention points. You guys get your thing. So, Ruxton, there we go.
I mean,
So,
if a huge fight breaking out doesn't bust out the saga points and the tension points, I don't know what does.
yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
I'm kind of not loving the idea of all the points racking up every time there's an initiative roll, but really, you're only going to have a couple of those per saga, right? So,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I still didn't go over. So, all right, I got a 6. Looks like we've got a 12 in there with Bartok, unless you wanted to spend points to go keep more. I can't imagine that you would, though. All
No, no.
right, so you're going first. You are up to the second floor with Lefty.
Oh, I wanted Lefty to go outside, but if
Sorry,
lefties want to win,
Phineas. No,
Phineas,
you're right.
Phineas.
Yeah, that was on me. Phineas is upstairs.
Um, yeah, I don't, you know what, Ruxin, I don't know that you're waiting to just blast the shit out of anyone that comes through. And I'm assuming you're operating the gun and can't use the heat. So as soon as we get up to the second floor, I'm just gonna just sucker punch Phineas in the back of the head.
Okay.
Just sucker punch him, just right in the back of the neck. Just pow. Just try to clock him hard.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So running upstairs. Give me a vigor dueling check. Okay. Since you set this up, I'm going to give you a +3 to your roll to the total part of it. Before I roll, do you want to spend any saga points to keep more? Now, these guys are part mecha, right? They are augmented, so they're going to have a little bit more than your standard human being.
And it's the gap that's the number of points of damage, right?
Correct.
So
Yes.
I've
How
got
much
a
do you beat them
9.
by?
Yeah, so it's a 9 plus the 3 gives me 12. I'm going to buy 2 of those to get me
Okay.
up to 20.
All right, you're at 20. I do have 46. We are jacked. You did 20. Okay, I am gonna. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna spend a tension point to keep a die to go to 16. So I am still up, but I am. Oh no, I'm not gonna. Did you add your +3 for hitting him from behind?
Yep. Yep, it was 9. I rolled 9 and then I kept 8 more and then the plus 3 gets me to
Oh,
20.
okay, okay, all right. Yep. So I'll do that. So I rolled fantastically. All right, I am still up, but I am bleeding badly. I'm pretty woozy. I'm gonna turn around, like, what? And he takes a swipe at you with his and you see from his veins on the inside of his right arm just burst through the skin as you see that it's actual mechanics swinging
Ugh.
at you. Yeah, you guys are gross. Um, I'm gonna spend another one to put it at 11. Now they're okay. I get a tension point.
And I get a saga point.
Yep. So now, unlike other games that we've played with this system, Aaron, is that anytime that there's a combat roll, it's going to do damage one way or the other.
Yep. No, that's fine. So I tie him. Ties are 0 each, right? That's the one exception for damage there. Because
Yeah,
he got 11, right?
yeah.
Wait, yeah, 11, and I start out at 11. He said he looks pretty bad.
He looks very beat up.
I'm gonna buy 2 more points then and just fucking bury him.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah,
just
17. Yeah.
just needed the one, but yet you took the two. He swings back with his right, you come back over with your left, and you put him down just like the old days. Okay, Nephelina, you're running outside now. They split off. One goes to the garage, one goes to the front door. Who are you following, or who do you want to get in front of, or do you just want to run outside?
I'm going to follow the one to the garage.
All right, you follow him going into the garage, and he looks over his shoulder to see what you're doing as he runs to the garage, throws back a tarp on a table, and you see it just the table is lousy with sonic weaponry on it. As he grabs one, he just kind of gives you a weird kind of look. Are you doing any threatening actions towards him at all?
I had my brand new shard shot ready to go, just in case something like that, like if he looked threatening.
You gonna
Sorry,
shoot
did you
him?
say he's pointing it at me
He
that
is
he
not
grabbed?
pointing it at you right now. No.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna shoot a shard at him.
Okay. All
My
right.
shard shot.
Because your initiative was more than 6, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
Knock him out or like hit him in the head, basically.
yeah, what was yours, Ruxton?
Mine ish
Yeah,
was 10.
10. Oh, what was yours, Nephelina?
Mine was 9, but I thought Marcus was less than mine. Where are my numbers? Yeah, mine was 9, but I saw Ruxton's at 8. Is Ruxton's not
Oh,
8?
yeah. Looks like Ruxton's at 8.
No, sorry.
Yeah. No worries. No worries at all. All right. So I just want to make sure I'm doing this in the right order. Okay. All right.
Oh, the full total is
Yeah,
10.
that's
Yeah,
what I was looking
sorry.
at.
Yeah, I'm 8. That's my bad. Yep.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Okay. So yeah, take a shot at him. It's going to be vigor volley.
Volley. Have I ever done this? I don't know.
Let's take a look. All right. So on Nephelina's sheet, we've got vigor and volley. So 3
Have I
dice.
triggered the tension table yet?
Well, no, because I've spent some tension.
Man.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I'm one away. But you got a 12. You want to spend to keep that 4?
Do
This might be your
I? Yeah. Go ahead.
uh, because Aaron and I have played the system before. It's always better to try and get the alpha strike in on people.
So yes, you're telling me yes, I should spend it.
Yeah, probably.
Yes,
I'm
I
going
will
to
do
try
that.
and dodge out of the way from getting shot. All right, so you're at a 16. I'm also rolling well, but not that well. Shoot. Okay. All right, you load up the pellet and it flies true and it hits him right in the side, blows him down to the ground as he rolls with it. He also looks badly hurt. As he rolls up, he now has one of the sonic weapons in his hands and shoots back. You may,
Mm,
but your only choice here is athletics to try and dodge it. Okay. I'm going to do a regular shot.
athletics.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to do a
See.
regular shot. 6. And, ooh, yeah, I'm going to spend a tension point.
Yeah, I can't beat you.
15. 10. Oh, okay, yeah. So you take 5 points of health
Great.
as you get knocked, probably staggered back from your feet from taking a shot from that. Okay, on the roof, Brixton, you see one person, Lefty, has run outside the front, almost into the fireball that is um, the exploding chargers. Do you want to shift your from shooting at him, or do you want to keep guard on the door? Because he can't see you right now.
You
Did I hear the commotion that was happening in the room below me with Bartok?
Yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't.
Uh, I guess do I think Bartok won? I
Yeah,
wouldn't know, right?
that part you're not gonna be able to tell. If you want to do, if you want to give me like a sensitivity check, you want to try and flex some of your force powers to see if you can feel that Bartok is down there, then I would be
Yeah, I
okay
think
with
I'd
that.
probably I just open up the door probably
Yeah.
and look.
I don't how much. I mean, we got up the top of the stairs. I punch the guy in the back of the head. He turns around, says what, takes a swing at me, and I drop him.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Sure.
much noise that actually made.
Yeah. Plus there was an explosion outside too. Like there's a lot going on. And
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
but you
I
might
guess if
sense something going on, though. You could sense something going on if it's that kind of world, though, right?
in theory, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
I think that
that makes sense.
if I probably couldn't hear what's going on and I saw somebody just like run out there, I think I would probably make the decision to try to take that guy out instead.
Okay. Sounds good. Um, because he doesn't see you, you're getting a +3 total to your roll on him.
Uh,
So it's gonna be vigor plus volley for shooting.
that's fine. Okay.
Oh, did you have something else you wanted to use?
No, it's fine. No, we're good.
Were you gonna jump off? If you're gonna jump off, I was gonna
No,
let you.
no. I'm just gonna try to shoot him.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll spend a saga point to make it 15.
Okay, get a tension point. I'm back up. I'm so close. Oh, you get a 15.
Yeah.
Well, shoot. Okay, good rolling. Um, yeah, he runs out there and you drill him right in the back. And he drops face down into probably from the explosion thing, got him all it was a mess. You got him. Okay. Now we're back to the top of the round, which are my guys. But because they've already both attacked back, now we go back to the top of the round. So Bartok.
I'm running back downstairs. Yeah, and I guess I come right down back in the living room. Can I see? Did I hear what does a sonic weapon sound like when it goes off? Is it something you can? It's actually okay. So it's not necessarily like loud and audible. It's just like piercing of your brain.
Yep.
Okay. So did I hear a sonic weapon go off?
Here's what I'll do because they were running into the garage, so the door to the garage is going to be open. Okay. You run down into the kind of kitchen area. I'm kind of picturing that the door to the garage is right here, the door out there. You actually get down just in time to see Lefty get shot down in front of the building. To the right, you know that Nephelina and the other guy are they're in a gunfight.
Yeah, I'm gonna charge in to try to help Nephelina.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with you running in there taking a shot if you like.
Okay. Um, I'm not really a can I close up for a physical attack or is that too much movement?
No, I'm fine with that. Let's say you're pushing it though, so it'll be like a -2 total to your roll.
Okay. Yep, I'm just gonna charge in there and just go leaping at him, bare
Okay.
hand. Yeah.
All right, you've just been knocked back a little bit, Nephelina, and before you see the flashy figure of Bartok leap into the thing to attack he is on the ground. So you're the attacker, so you roll first.
Ooh.
Ooh, what are you gonna do here?
Uh,
He does look badly injured.
Yeah, I could get real badly hurt here if I do real bad, though. Um, I'm gonna, I'm gonna. Do I have enough points to do it? I'm gonna buy one, two. That would give me an 11. Oh, that's a terrible roll still, and I'm at -2.
Yeah, total.
Um, if I use a bequeathment, does that give me an additional D6 to this, or do I need to declare that before I did it?
Bequeathment acts like a saga point, so you just get to keep another die.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh boy. I'm gonna buy 2 die and get me up to 11.
Okay. All right. 46 for hand to hand. All right, I got 8. You have an 11, you said,
Yeah.
total? Yeah, actually, even with all that, you managed. Tell me how it ends up. How do you do it?
Uh I'm just leaping in there, running as fast as I can, and just a wild haymaker at him. Just throw a random punch at full speed. I have no idea if I even tie him or hit him, so I don't know how many points he's gonna spend. So yeah, I'm just throwing all my weight in a wild swing.
Okay. You managed your blow knocks off of his chromed off forehead, but it bounces back into the onto the hard concrete floor, knocking him out completely. All right.
Woo.
Every every gang member has been incapacitated as much as you know. Now the laser is going to fire again from the roof. You see this, Ruxton. The law enforcement across the street that's been hiding behind the donut cart um, has drawn their weapons and they're going to start coming. Well, they're not quite sure what they're going to do. They're just pointing out there. They are seeing the laser starting to fire up there. Like they'll start going there. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna get on the comm and ask, "Are we good? Are we good? Are we good? Any more threats?"
I'll look at Nephelina. Does she look okay?
Okay is relative. Um, you see some like crystal uh the word I'm looking for. Shards. Shards all over the ground. Like I have definitely been hit by a thing. But I am up. I am upright.
Oh, right.
Okay,
I'm
I didn't.
sorry. You're supposed to get the deafened thing too for the rest of the combat, but we don't have any more combat, so you're okay.
What? What? Oh, you just asked if I was okay. You just asked if I looked okay.
I didn't even think of what a sonic weapon would do to someone made of like metal and crystals, or stone and crystals. Holy crap! That looks horrible.
So bad.
Holy shit!
Like this like crack in my shoulder.
Yeah, Nephelina's been hurt. Yeah.
Any more gang members though around?
What?
Tell her to take her earpiece out. Earpiece out. Damn it. We got a lot of feedback
Yeah,
too.
Lefty and Phineas, or no, what? I guess the third one. Do we have a name for him? Chrome Dome and Phineas are down.
And I took out Lefty out in the front. I'm gonna turn off the laser, and it looks like we might have company. And I'll turn off the gun at the top.
Okay. You're kind of crouched down position. You guys are in the garage, and you hear kind of over like a loudspeaker sort of device going like, "Look, we we don't want any trouble. Just come out with your hands up."
What do you think? Should we charge out of here? Look at like we're escaping.
Yeah. Can tell her, tell her we'll explain it to her later.
I'll
Um,
grab Nephelina's wrist and then put my hand up like I'm running, like shielding myself from an attack, and let's just run straight out. Just gonna run straight out the door, like straight
can
out to
you
the street.
can you
Holy
get
shit!
to the
Help! Help!
can you get to the van? Oh,
Follow,
that's
but
what
I
you're doing?
think
Okay,
we
that's
should
fine.
Yeah, we'll just grab. We'll just run for it like we're fleeing a gunman or something, right? Like we're just gonna keep
I'm
low
actually
and
gonna point at this like table of some weapons and be like, "What about these?
Ooh, what
I can
about
talk.
those?
I can't hear, but I can talk." So I point.
Yeah.
What about these? But I do yell because I can't hear right now. You can't just leave all these weapons with them.
oh, if yeah, I'm not really a gun person. I'm not thinking about that. If you should we are you grabbing them or am I you're just pointing at them yelling?
Run, I'll grab.
Okay.
You don't know I'm here. You run. And I'm gonna like. Is there like a bag of some type of like thing in the garage that I could put all these
Yeah,
weapons in?
they were covered in a tarp, so you can like a Santa Claus style over the shoulder. Yeah, you can do that. Not a problem.
And I'm gonna do that, and if like it's been made clear to me, I think there's somebody outside that we're trying to tease. We'll go back like into the house, and I'm gonna like try to do with these that is not just gonna take them out to whoever's out there
Uh,
to
for the
like
other two, you hear over the
and
intercom sort of deals.
street until we can hide
If there's anyone left alive, come out with your hands up. You see one of them just holding a standard issue pistol pointing at the front door, um, while the other one's starting to creep around to start heading towards the front door.
Yeah, I think we make a run for the front door acting like we're fleeing. I'm gonna hit the front door at a sprint. My arms held up like this, like I'm running away from something. Yelling holy shit, but I'm not gonna say anything other than that. Like, get me out of here.
Okay, you're gonna have to do a little bit of acting for me.
Yeah.
So panache plus what are we thinking? Charm maybe? Positive kind, glad handing negotiate current political favor. Oh, you
Yeah,
know
I
what?
guess
Empathy, like you're trying to project fear, maybe?
yeah,
Um,
maybe.
what do you think? What sounds good for you?
Well, panache seems like part of it. Composure, unwavering control of my actions.
Yeah,
Uh,
I, yeah, I'm not sold on that one either, but
no, no, they're all one for me, so it doesn't matter. So,
okay,
yeah, yeah, somewhere in there, somewhere in there.
okay, sounds good. Great. So yeah, 5 dice for you.
Man, just keep throwing those tension points at you. I can't help myself.
Okay. Yeah, you get to
Um,
roll a d6 once you decide what you want to do here too.
was this an environmental score or was this an opposed check?
This is an opposed. You're trying to convince them that you are um, unarmed and not like you're not a part of that at all.
Yeah, 11's pretty good. I'm gonna stand on 11.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem. These guys, yeah, not a problem. You got it. Now roll me a d6.
4. Number I
Uh,
roll every time on this.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that one again. So
Okay, I'll do another shot.
I'm gonna do this one. As you're fleeing the scene in a very convincing fashion, you step on a scrap rat tail, and it hisses at you and lashes out. You can take 2 health. or you can choose to stop and fight it.
I'll take the 2 health.
Okay. All right, Nephelina, Ruxton. As Ruxton, you see Bartok fleeing the scene and rather successfully as they don't pay attention to him. You're not quite sure if he's finally turned on you guys or not.
Okay, he's pretty convincing. I'm going to take control of the gun and I'm going to blow a hole in the security wall
Okay.
away from the exit.
Oh, like the backside or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not a problem.
And then I'm going to turn the gun back around and set it on auto again. I don't want to try to hit these cops, but I want to have it sort of near-ish as a distracting sort of thing. I don't really give a shit where it hits. I just want it to not be where I want to go.
Yeah. I'm going to invoke the rule of threes here. So I'm going to fire back, but it's going to be totally blind. You are behind a ton of stuff. If I roll 3 6s, I hit. Okay. You are fine. As they are shooting back wildly, as they're under cover, there's like, holding over their heads. Because they're not getting paid to do this. They don't want to be here. They're probably going to flee themselves. But they're being paid a certain amount to kind of keep the riffraff out. So, all right, Nephelina, what are you doing? With your bag full of goods.
My Santa bag full of sonic weapons. Question. I'm gonna try to find the back exit where he told his squire to go. He told his squire to go find a back exit, didn't he? Oh no, that was at like the bar that they
Yeah,
were
that was
allowed
at the
at.
bar.
Where
But
is
that's
your
okay.
squire?
Yeah. His squire is right
I'm gonna
over.
try to find a back exit.
Okay. Yep, not a problem. You see the hole blown out there. You can run through it. Now, really, my only question is how's Ruxton going to get out of this? Bartek is already head foot. Nephelina can sneak out the back because it's the open thing. How are you getting out of here?
I'm going to do my grappling spike launcher and rappel off the back of the building
Oh, okay.
on the outside.
Do I even need a roll for this? I'm going to say no, because there's not going to be a huge amount of danger. You've got the equipment already. You go down, slide down there, and you go out the back along with. Now, I assume you just leave the Corvette out front then.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to grab it and drive it through it if I thought we needed to, but I mean, if it looks like I can just get out, I'll just get out.
Okay. As you were, well, we'll say Bartok, as you were going through in the bedroom, or maybe Ruxton was going through the bedroom, you managed to, because you were kind of searching around, you hit the bed a little bit. You found a contract to make the hits um, on the marketing, on the food sources. So you grabbed that on your way out too. So you've all managed to make an escape on there. All right, it is 9:15 Central Time. I have. All right, so you've taken out the gang, most of the gang except for like Jonah. Okay, you feel pretty confident though. It's hard to do a one-man job to get this taken care of. So you guys get back together. Um, Nephilim is obviously damaged from the sonic attack. Bartok has been swiped by the scrap rat that he stepped on. And Ruxton's got the goods. All right, you make it back to your hostel that you're staying at, fine and safe. You managed to go back and grab the Corvette at a later date. It was not impounded or anything. Okay, so on my side, let's fast forward if you guys are still up for it.
Mm-hmm. Who
And
had signed the contract that he found? Who was the contract with? Who invited this gang to rob the things, rob the food?
yep, it was a different clan or a different house that you haven't heard of.
Hmm.
Yep. But in a longer campaign, you take it back and you find out other stuff. All right, so you take that, but you have the proof. You got the Joan and the Whalers. They have the contract. All right, you have the proof. You can go back and talk to Coquette. You now can finish out what you were sent here for the contract. Is there anything you want to do before you go into the guild house? Okay. All right.
Organize for fast forwarding. But
Yeah,
what's going on with Lissa and Gallagher and the Ruxton love triangle? What's going on with that?
that'll happen after this.
Are we just not acknowledging it right now?
For the, I have that scene after this because it has to lead into the final scene, which we may wait until next time. But that being said, we'll do the scene first. Okay. Or you know what? I guess we can do it now. Mm, no, let's do this.
Whatever
Let's
works
do.
for you. I just was like, hey, if there's things we need to be doing in Scrapyard first, I want to know what's happening with the love triangle.
Oh, yeah, we're gonna get to that. That's on my notes here. All right, let's just go to. We go to Coquette. You go to the outside of the Merchant Guild. Um, who was it? The Iliod that was her right hand man. Please, there we go. Bishop. Uh, as you come close, Bishop's like, I was waiting for you to show up. Coquette will be expecting you. And he ushers you in through remember, it was like kind of a silo-shaped building, goes through the first ring into the middle ring, where she is up on a giant thing. You present your case, and Coquette goes, it's like, oh, well, thank you for a job well done, for getting rid of those. So I understand that you would wish to reopen negotiations for the food batteries for your guild. All right, if I remember correctly, the last time we were at is that we are expecting twice the amount on the payments. Is that correct? Which, if you remember from last time, she was at three times as much. Now you've offered this proof, she's brought it down to just twice the charged rates that she had before.
I appreciate the decrease, but I'm still curious why 2 times as much? Is the cost of that truly that much more?
Well, it's just simple economics. There's less supply and there's still the same demand, so the prices have to go up. And so this is what we're charging for it. It'd be good for the next year. You can come back and renegotiate at that point in time.
Next year. Can we make it good for a little longer? Like give us a nice stable rate for a while? For our service in helping make your shipments a little more safe and secure and stable?
Well, I would
If we made a 3-year contract, in 3 years we can come back and renegotiate. The double in
three.
rate is a lot for every year.
Okay. So for 3 years at 150 increase. So not a doubling of price, but it's 50% more of what you guys contract was previously. Now, anytime that you want to try to make a check to push something, you can. I assume at this point Bartok and
How
Ruxton are
important
just
is
allowing
this?
Nephelina to do the negotiations.
Fair enough. I'm thinking about 125 years. Is that the right? Am I doing math right? I don't understand math right now.
Yeah. No,
Can I try something?
sure.
The double, but for 3 years, or an additional
So
50% for 3 years.
so
Now I made it 25. Okay, math. I got it. We're good.
okay.
I want to
Yeah, go for it, Russ.
I want to use my professional ability to lower the environment by 4,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come up my lore and history and of just like the economics and like another planet where we could get foodstuffs from for cheaper, and like a real nerdy academic economics sort of thing about supply and demand with another place that could affect this, so that we're not relying so much on them because something else is going to happen in the future, and something that Eric couldn't possibly do in his whole life, but Ruxton could definitely do.
Yeah, 100%. Using your lore, thinking about
And
other
I'm gonna.
planets.
I was just saying I'm gonna add to it like socially. Like there are people who can afford it, who like are not even like aware of the cost. So if you need to make up the cost somewhere, there are people you could charge more affordable for our folks who it's a little harder for.
All right.
So that would be
So
like an empathy check at some point. Yeah.
we're trying to do an empathy check. Coquette has no soul. Let's just start there. But uh, okay, using Ruxton's advice. So Ruxton perhaps was like, well, you know, in a nearby planetary, they have they don't have the same type of cattle per se, but they do have a moss that they are growing that we their shipping prices might be a little bit more, but it seems to be a lot more sustainable. That maybe we could get a longer thing. Like there's more options here to soften up their stance. Okay, now Coquette is already willing to close on the deal at 125% over 3 years. She's willing to close right now. However, introducing that fact that Ruxton has brought up, you can do a check, you can do a conflict check of it's going to be charm or taunt with panache.
Yeah, I could do. Do I get? Is Ruxton doing it, or am I? Or do we do a unity point so we all get to do it? That'd be 3 unity points. I forget that.
That would be, but it's how you guys want to do it. That's up to you. Is Nephelina going to try and close it, or is Ruxton going to try and close it? Or do you just accept Coquette's deal? 125%, 3 years. She's
No.
accommodating to that.
I'm gonna take what Ruxton said and then add what I said. I mean, she has no soul and he mad none. But
Okay.
just to like add to like, let me give you this way you can make it up. Make it that way instead of an empathy thing. Like
Okay.
you have
I'm
all
an
sorts of rich people that can make up the difference,
All right.
and we can go to this other source, just like Ryan just said.
Rachel,
I'm
why
a
are you so
numbers guy.
I
There's
will.
no way I could do
Rachel, why are you so afraid
Yeah,
to
I'm
roll
gonna try to
dice?
close
it.
it. Not because I get to roll 7 right now. So I was just
Let's
Do
trying
it.
to
go.
play it up.
Let's go.
I was trying to play it out because role playing is fun.
Yeah, roll them dice. Holy buckets.
Okay,
What?
well, would you like to spend some saga points to keep them? Now, Coquette, there's a reason, I will tell you this ahead of time. There's the reason that she is the head of the Merchants Guild here. Okay? She is
Sure.
no idiot. Um, that being said, your role is insane.
Spend it. Spend them.
Try to keep all the sixes, spend 2 and keep all the sixes, or do I just need to keep 1?
No, keep both.
I'm making it a 24, and I am out of saga points.
Okay, because I am not
Nice.
rolling a
Crush
small
that.
number of dice here. So here we go. And we're going to be counting this. This will be like a combat. Okay. We are trying to go back and forth, and you're going to try and one punch me here. Oh, no. Okay. Um, shoot, you might have done it. 8. Because I've got a
Perfect.
resiliency of 8 against this. So, all right, I keep 2 dice. I'm at 10. So I've got 14 more. So if I could spend 2 tension points and have 1 point left.
But I drop it down by 4 though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't even do it anyway.
That was
Okay.
amazing.
Did they murder
Uh,
your honor? Is that what just happened?
yeah,
They destroyed your honor.
you out talked her, out thought her, out everything. A little bit of a team effort there. And she's just like, uh, and you have leverage here. Now, what you can do, if you want to push this is up to you. Get the deal exactly as you had it before right now,
Hmm.
or you can push for a better deal. Now, you know how many dice I roll now.
So that's sorry. I should have waited till now to say. So Ruxton has a good point. So let's make it 110.
Oh, no, 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 no. You've already gotten it back to the original deal, which was,
Oh,
yeah, you
double.
destroyed her spirit. You
Well, over 3. What was the original deal? I don't even remember. It was double,
one
but
year,
over 3 years, or
the original
150.
deal.
150, but over 3 years.
Okay, throw all those out. Okay, okay,
Thank you.
yes, you don't have to remember those. The original deal, 1 year at the same price. Because every year you have to come back and
Oh.
renegotiate. That's how the guild operates. But the guys have been doing this for a while. That usually you haven't had a bump in the road at all. But for some reason, this time there was.
Gotcha.
That's not bullshit.
I know. If we can keep it the same price for 1 more year, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now
I
for
misunderstood what I was accomplishing with that roll of 4 sixes.
sure. Oh yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, blew it up. Like if we were like planning on doing this for a long range campaign, you could earn your house more prestige if you got a better deal, right? But since we're not worrying about this totally makes sense. Boom, you got the contract that you wanted originally. Awesome. Good job. And Bishop, who's standing next door, just kind of raises an eyebrow, going like, I will start up the paperwork. He invites you all back into the front office. He puts together the paperwork, gets it all written down, hands it over to you. And he's like, I have been Miss Coquette's right-hand man for about 15 years now. I have been with her from the beginning, rising through the ranks, and I've never seen her taken to task like this before. If you need any sort of bookkeeping at your estates, I'd be happy to be available for you. But as it is, thank you so much. That was an enlightening example, an exemplary example of how civilized business should be done. And he gives you the paperwork. He says, like, I'll get stuff sent over to your guild. You don't need to worry about it. And you're free to go on your way. Just in time for Shiv and Gallagher and Sion Lysa are set for their date to overlook the mountainsides. Now, if you recall, Shiv had finally talked Gallagher into doing the right thing and going on this date. And they're in the prepping room. You have made it back from negotiations. You are still covered in battle grime and damages. You possibly have a time to get cleaned up quickly before you enter into this. But Shiv is standing, waiting for them to get ready to go. Cyan Lysa's in her room. Gallagher has come out of his. He wearing a deep purple suit as he comes out like, oh, are my possible plaything to order around have come in. How was your day? Oh, not much for talk. Doesn't surprise me. You're. I have not found anything in this dusty world that is anything at all close to civilized. Shiv, what do you say? And Shiv just gets a pain expression on his face as he stands there very stoically with the spear going like, as you say, my lord. If you remember all the way back to the beginning when we were making guilds, royalty is one of the most useless positions in this world. You have the people who own the guilds, and then the council members, and then you guys, who are the people that actually go out and get stuff done, and then the people that keep the guild running. And then there's royalty, everyone that's related to the person who owns it, who doesn't have an actual job. They don't have actual power with it unless they have earned their right within the guild. But they still get the benefit of class, even though they don't add anything to this working world. Gallagher represents everything wrong with the system. But he also knows he's a very valuable political tool. So he looks at you like, I noticed some of you aren't very happy with me. You're not happy for this betrothal.
Okay, so how out of character, real quick, how bad do I screw the guild over if I like try to duel this guy?
Dueling this guy, no big deal. But you need to have cause to do so. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do that. Like if you just try and duel him and then make up a cause later, that's gonna look real bad if people find out about it. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you can figure out a good cause for it, for instance, getting him to attack you or to impugn the house's honor or something like that, or you personally, that would give you rights.
He insulted the planet. Is that not sufficient? Or like
Nah, just
whatever
being a
his
jerk
Insulting
isn't enough.
us, like him calling us playthings, that's not enough.
Mm-mm.
Uh, is there is there liquor close?
Sure, absolutely.
Great. I haven't changed yet, but I also didn't get bloodied or anything. Like I'm perfectly healthy.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great, by the way. Thanks, gang. Um,
life
I'm
gives you
gonna
a nap.
I'm gonna grab a couple glasses and a bottle of liquor, and I'm gonna set one next to him, and I'm gonna say, "My liege, it's been a long day. I could really use your advice."
Oh, well, certainly my years of education have been more than happy. And like years of education, maybe. His house is an academic house. But you're not quite sure if you're an academic yourself. He is
Yeah.
no academic. He is high society.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna force each a drink and make sure that he like takes a drink.
Yeah,
Uh,
if it's custom, sure.
yeah, take a sip and drink. Like I gotta ask you,
Hmm.
you you could go anywhere. You could be anyone. Like why here? Like why? No offense, but why Lissa? I mean, it's just for the guild rating, right? Like
Well,
I get it.
it's not my choice. It's my father set up this patrol. And I knew that. I've been groomed for this, for greatness. You probably wouldn't understand.
Yeah, I know. It's like I can't understand like why you have to like because you're smart. Like I get it. I know smart. You're smart. but your dad still gets to tell you what to do? Like, that seems weird. I'm dumb, though. That seems weird. Like, why can't you just do whatever you want to do?
You see, he gets a little bit of a tinge when you mention his father, and you're just like, yeah, yes, 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 yes. He is the sovereign, isn't he?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's a smart one. I mean, he's obviously smart. And if he has a reason for you to marry Lissa, that makes sense. You know what I mean? But it just seems weird that I don't, I don't know. And I don't know. But it seems if I were you, no, I don't want, never mind. You know what? Never mind. You got to do what dad says, and I get it. And I don't want to disrespect that. To the
All right.
sovereign.
As you go through that, and he gets ready, if anyone would like to give me a wits empathy check against him, because empathy is reading the other people's emotions, right? You've hit on two things that he has winced at. To get the meaning behind those winces, you can do an empathy check.
All
Or
of us can.
anyone that's in the room can do it, or a commune check. Okay,
Ooh.
Nephelina. Okay. Okay. All right. Anyone want to keep extra dice before I roll? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to keep one? I don't know. My roll is pretty. Yeah, I'll stand on a 10, but
I'm out
11.
of hard points. I can't.
Okay, so you're both at
So I
tens.
have one.
Okay. So the first thing is going to be about the father. All right. I got a 10. I don't feel like spending tension points on it because I'm back down to 4 after it triggered. Um, you when you mention his father telling him what to do, he his emotions go on a little bit of a roller coaster. It goes from being incensed about the idea of that into a certain smugness afterwards. Okay.
Mm.
And then when you like mentioning like uh Cyan Lysa, he doesn't want anything to do with her. In the way that the courtships in the courtly love works in this world is that he would be kind of a fool not to be into this. Now, your guys' house isn't that powerful, but neither is theirs. This is a decent political um, binding. He may not want to be here, but if he has been groomed, he understands this is what he has to do. But he is in love with someone else.
Hmm. Hmm.
Who lets me know that?
Yeah, both Bartok and
Like,
Nephelina
yeah.
figured
I'm
that
like
out.
really hoping like I'm gonna get something from this guy. I'm not getting anything yet. I'm just gonna keep going. Like, do you like cars? Like, I don't know. I got nothing left. I do have an earpiece though. Anybody wants to tell
I
me?
like
Say anything.
the wrist texty thing that I made last
Yeah.
time.
Yep,
To
we've
like
already
say
established it.
he doesn't love Lissa, someone else.
Oh, oh. Uh, I'm gonna give him this look. Well, I'm definitely have to roll something, but I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like, "You're better than this, aren't you?" I'm sorry. I don't mean that in the. I'm just saying that you were meant for something else, weren't you? No, you were meant for someone else. Oh, I'm sorry if I went too far, but the Zui, we have this connection with love. It's inherent to our species. I got one of those tinges. I see it in you. You love another. I'm so sorry.
Boy, that was really good. That was really good. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. Because he's a total jackass, right? But
Yeah.
what do jackholes love more than anything else? Other people. Like, being able to talk about. You know what? No, this guy is a true dyed-in-the-wool jerk. Um, because for him, it's gonna make it feel like a weakness. Maybe like you're getting too close to a weakness. He's gonna get angry at you. He's like, "How dare you? How dare you? I will do my duty as a deep star, and of course, I will love her, and whatever else has happened in my past is, well, we're not gonna, well, ugh." At that moment, Lady Lysa walks in and goes like, "Hmm, I'm ready for the visit to the mountains. Would anyone give me, well, I guess I don't know. I don't know. If anyone would like to do another check before this moves on and they go out on their trip, you may. As long as you give me some sort of narrative reason or just role playing, like it doesn't have to be a check. Mhm. Lady Shiv, the bodyguard, goes like, Sign Lysa. I've rented a sky chariot for us.
I'd like to try to get a read off of her. Is she actually excited about going somewhere with him specifically?
Yeah, Sign Lysa is a lot easier to read for cases like this. She's very excited for this. She has also been groomed for this possibility. She takes her responsibility very seriously. Now, there may be a little bit of, there's definitely some sort of conflict, but she's still excited about this prospect.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna say, Gallagher, don't you think you should just tell her? You confided in me. Tell her. Use your heart.
Tell me what?
I'll look to her.
Gallagher's not going to say anything. Just like, the chariot awaits.
Lysa, he loves another.
I'm gonna say Ruxton.
I'm sorry. I can't help it. Bartok, I know you've told me that I can't use my power of the love Zui power uh, for other tasks, but I can't help it. The spirit has moved in me, and I have to say these things.
He
Lysa,
said he said he would make the sacrifice and pretend that he loved her anyway.
don't
How do you break
don't
her heart
stand up
like
for him,
this?
Bartok. You don't talk for him. He can talk for himself. This is for the betterment of everybody. He doesn't love Lysa. That's okay. It's not about that. He wants to make the money off the guild, and that makes sense. Lysa, I'm sorry.
As you
It's
turn
not our
towards,
place.
Lysa, you feel the stinging slap of a leather glove across your face.
Yeah, baby. Oh, it's not her. I'm just kidding.
Oh, what a twist that would be if you had to duel her.
Yeah, I wish I was smarter. That would have been amazing. If
That was
she's
really
like,
fun.
"What are you doing?" Uh, okay. As you feel the stinging slap, as you turn, finally getting your satisfaction, staring into the middle of the chest of Shiv. You have dishonored my liege. I expect a gentleman's duel at dawn.
Really? You're gonna fight his battles for him, Shiv?
Hmm, this is my job. The emotion's like, come, children. And he waves them off onto the balcony of the second story as they get onto their sky chariot.
Does Shiv love Gallagher?
You want to do an
Is that
empathy
the
check?
one? Yeah.
You want to do it? Okay.
I'm horrible at this. Panache empathy?
And Zui power, you've got this.
I made it up. That's not a real thing. That's not a thing I'm
I
adding like
feel
as
like
like my
it's
species, and the whole thing's bullshit.
Zui love power.
Not real. Damn it. Panache empathy?
Yeah.
All right.
Shiv is not a
Oh,
politician, so he's not going to have as many dice.
that was good. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
God. I'm gonna spend my a saga point to tie him.
Okay. Yeah, which that gets you the win. Okay. You're searching his emotions about it. Like, is it Gallagher in Shiv? Is it? No, no. Okay, no, that's not it. Although, amazing plot twist. Amazing plot twist.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have already written this up months ago. That would have been amazing to go with. But I can't
Yeah.
because we have to do it for the final scene. Um,
Right.
no, but his emotions about this, hates it. Hates everything about this. He doesn't want to duel you. He doesn't want to stand up for this punk, but this is his job. He is incredibly loyal to House Deepstar.
And he's getting the kids out of here.
Yeah, he's getting the kids out of here to go in their thing.
Um, do I have one last thing I can say to Lysa before they go?
Sure.
Notice who's fighting whose battles, Lysa. Honor my ass. I'm gonna leave.
Okay. She looks over her shoulder.
I don't look back.
Okay. Oh, cold. Insane. Well, this was a fantastic night of gaming, everyone. I know that we fast forward through a lot of stuff. We got a lot of action. We got emotions. We got fun, cool stuff. It is 9:50, almost 10 o'clock Central. Means it's almost 11 for Aaron. I think now would be a good time to shut it down for the adventure because there's only one thing left to fast forward to, and that's the final scene. Okay, where we get all sorts of stuff. Bartok racing. Well, that's it. That's all you guys know that's going to happen. So
Hey, then that's all it's gonna be. I'm sure we'll be fine.
it's a it's 100% not three plot lines all coming together
Very
at one time. So
Oh, boy.
awesome. I loved it. That was great. Let's give everyone another example of what it looks like when we do experience points. That was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you so much. So let's go to find experience. I really wanted to trigger paranoia there, but I was having so much fun in the scene. I didn't want to do it. There we go. All right, it's just at the end. All right, thank you for your patience when I'm looking this up. Okay. All right, everyone who participated in the session gets an experience point. All right. Did you fulfill the code of chivalry? Did you defend the innocent, express courtly love, or do something daring? Any one of those things gets you this experience point.
That's part of the Corley love part.
Yeah, Ruxton gets it for sure.
Does trying to protect the people who can't afford their food count?
I mean,
No,
it's
it's okay.
yeah,
That's
only
the closest
because
I had. So.
that was part of the contract. I can't give that to you.
You know, I would argue for Nephelina and I, daring was taking on a guy holding a sonic weapon when neither one of us had a gun on us.
Mm,
Or at least Nephelina for going after the guy.
yeah, but you went after
She's
your guy
not she's not
too.
a scrapper.
Nope, I'm not going to give that one to you because I want bigger, I think, for daring stuff. Like if you had jumped off the top of the building to attack this guy, um, something crazy like that. Okay. All right. So then, why? Oh no. Why did you do this? And flipped on me again. There's all the adversaries. Okay. Did you bond with another player?
Does the little thing between me and Bartok work where I was like, hey, I know what happened. I know your conversation.
100%. I'd give you each one
Yeah.
for that. That was good. And, okay. Did you cultivate your culture in any way? Like, did you add a language, introduce a belief, introduce a custom, a ceremony, or introduce a social organization? I think it's
You
pretty.
love playing Crazy
Yes, 100% we're
Eight.
giving
Does
that.
that count? Yes.
I
Yes.
loved the Zooey love thing so much that I think we're gonna have to turn that into an ability of some sort. Now we
Yeah,
can't call it the Zooey love ability, right? We can't have it be tied to a species, but we
sure.
can. But it's got to be something like uh something maybe pheromones, where you get a bonus to do empathy checks when it involves relationships or something like that, right? Because we do a lot of
Sure.
corporate love stuff. I
Yeah,
love that idea so much that yeah, it's awesome.
good.
Um, anyone else? Okay, perfect. All right, there's the experience points for the night. Um, and then yeah, I'm gonna stop recording. Give me a second. Thanks everyone for watching. We got one more scene to do the very final scene.